What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Mickey J Shanks, the long-haired loudmouth, and welcome back to the sinking city. Now, in the last video, we managed to gather photographic evidence of 3 specific murders in specific places around Oakmont that have connections to the EOD. If I can get these photographs to Officer Shaw, he's agreed to help me try and get my informant Fred out of the city, or at least in principle. Although with smugglers you can never tell, they always have some sort of hidden agenda. I think it's about high time I found out what Officer Shaw's agenda was. I do have some leverage on the sneaky devil as well, so let's see if I can bring that into play. There you are.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
Why, what are you going to do, arrest me? You're about as frightening as a jellyfish out of water. And there you are, you crooked bastard.
There's a link between all the victims. I found these cards in each house.
The photography club membership. They all had them.
Yeah. Seems like a good place to investigate.
Thank you, Reed. I knew you'd find something. I might pay this club a visit. See if there's anyone who has an issue with it.
I know why you wanted this case cracked. Found some clues in Becker's house. You were close, weren't you?
How dare you? He was special. A man you meet only once in life. He understood me. I won't stop until I find those who did.
I'm sorry for your loss. But don't worry, I'm a private eye. Emphasis on the private.
Thank you, Charles. I appreciate it.
I got those photos you wanted. You got my compensation.
Terrific, thank you. Here, take this.
Some of these were pretty horrible. I hope you find the killer.
Me too, Reed. Me too.
Take care.
Well, you were a dead end and a half. I still need to find the damn smuggling ring. That's incredibly disappointing.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
Pick your poison.
I need to find what happened to the courier in that house. Oh, I hate when I leave a thread untied. It just annoys me. Never mind. Let's see, vigor. Natural recovery seems like a pretty good start. Right. Okay, then I'm gonna have to go back to the courier's final destination. So I'm gonna have to travel all the way to the other side of Salvation Harbour for this one. Backtracking's a bitch, but sometimes it has to be done in a sandbox game. It's an inevitability. Even fast travel can't really help too much. Or in this case it can, at least briefly. As a personal ad memoriam, I still don't quite know why the EOD want me dead after all I did was save them from being poisoned by their own fish supply. There's gratitude for you, never mind. I'll take a right here, or a left, sorry. Right idea, wrong house, so need to keep going. I'm gonna hate this part because I have to cut right through an infested area. Time to run. Up and out. Okay. The courier's final destination. Oh, please don't tell me I was followed. Fucking wild beasts. I missed something back here. I know I missed something back here. Stand still, you little bastard. Alright, fine. Eat fire. And you eat shotgun. You can do one too. It would be nice to not have my investigation hampered by all manner of beasties. But then we can't get everything we want. So we have to make do with what we can acquire. I'm missing something back here. Question is not what, but where. I mean, the courier's final destination is a wreck, and that's putting it nicely. So, need to backtrack a little bit.
Left by something heavy with wheels.
So, definitely.
Empty. It reeks of gasoline. I've seen ashes like this before. Well, that's one way to get rid of a corpse.
Still doesn't give me any clue as to why.
Empty. It reeks of gasoline.
The mind's eye effect is very, very disorientating. But it's useful when you know how to acquire stuff out of it. So...
Blood's almost dry.
Well...
Blood's almost dry.
Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. So let's have a look at what happened to our beloved
mercy,
courier.
boys. He's been asking for this.
Another group of... A guy in a wheelchair? Okay.
Get rid of him. Leave nothing but ashes. Understood?
So we have a gang boss who burned the courier. He's crippled.
You're done, kid. Someone talks to the cops behind my back. Their history. Get 'em, boys. Drock. Whose idea was it to hide the crates in such a stupid way?
Time to figure this out.
Drock. Whose idea was it to hide the crates in such a stupid way? You're done, kid. Someone talks to the cops behind my back. Their history. Get 'em, boys. No mercy, boys. He's been asking for this. Get rid of him. Leave nothing but ashes. Understood?
Someone was looking for a crate here and was brutally killed. The crew that did it were headed up by a guy in a wheelchair.
He was murdered for cooperating with the police. Oh, great. That's going to make things 10 times more painful. Right. Time to evacuate. So I know someone could be gunning for me next. And someone's definitely gunning for the police. A disabled mob boss. Now that's a very interesting take on things. He leaves his mark with the wheelchair markings. So, in order to get back, I'm going to have to make a U-turn and head back to the Seven Oaks. Whatever's up with this promising lead, I don't want it to slip away. So, time to run. I've got nowhere near the firepower or the resources to take on everything at once in this street, so grab what you can and get the fuck out of Dodge. General consensus, and it's pretty effective thus far. So, time to head back to the Seven Oaks Inn. Now that I have collected fairly sufficient evidence that the courier was dissected and burnt by a mob boss, or at least something akin to a mob boss, I can head back to the Seven Oaks with a fairly clearish conscience. Except I would if I was going the right way. Here we go. Hopefully I might have another lead in this little thread webs.
Well, I found your courier. I hate to break it to you, but he's dead. Someone didn't like him talking to the cops, and they made it pretty savage.
Oh. Okay, I'm dead. You might think I was in on it.
He? Who's he?
The boss.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Hey, I'll handle it. But take my advice. The boss is the only man who can arrange a bon voyage. Don't do anything to make him unhappy. There, on newcomer. Here's the note with your instructions. You'll match you on your own.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, so at least I have a solid lead to getting Fred out of the city. Smuggler's boss is ruthless tyrant. Okay, so next thing is to find Fred, who's back in the shells, I believe. And get the shelves and get to the boss. So it's a way out. It's not ideal, but it's a way out nonetheless. Right, now to find old Freddy and give him his instructions. As if the EOD haven't caught him already.
You won't find a better house at that price.
No, I won't find a better house at the price. I don't intend to. Let me just get it back under here. I shot and killed 3 assailants under here, but no sign of Fred. Though it looks like someone was sacrificed here recently, so let's see. Head back up. Fred's got to be somewhere. Rendezvous point. An alley on Windmill Avenue between Octopus and Skipper Road, Southern Salvation Hand. Question: what does one do with a dog? Answer: the dog is rabid, so it must be killed. Charming. Alright. So, Windmill Avenue, Octopus Avenue, and Skipper Road. So somewhere around here. Oh, I fast travelled to the shells for no reason. At least not yet. So I might have jumped a couple of steps here. Time to head back to Salvation Harbour. I can find the damn phone booth that brought me back this far. The shells is always a bit of a difficult place to navigate. At least I think it is anyway. Yep. I am definitely going a bit in circles, but I know where I'm going. I suppose the more you recognise landmarks on maps, the more easy it is to find your way around, especially when it comes to sandbox games like this one. Eventually it just becomes second nature, I suppose. Anyway. Back to Salvation Harbour we go. Okay. From here, I have to take a left. Meet with the boss. Right. Might be wise to arm myself just in case things go south. I'm a firm believer in having at least one backup plan to hand. That being said, somewhere in this godforsaken spit of land is my contact. And I'm going completely the wrong way. Again. Remind me never to try and hire myself out as a navigator to people sometimes. At least not with this kind of lack of skill. Right. So from here, keep going and then it's the next left. Here we go. And down this alley. So, here we go. Now somewhere along here is the contact. Just have to find the bastard. Right idea. So I would guess it's probably here.
Hey fella, what do you do when you see a dog? Pet it or kick it away?
I'd kill it, because the dog's rabid.
Right you are. You're a new one, huh? Come with us.
Just to the boss.
Finally, the no-nonsense people. I'm guessing the suit in the red is our head honcho.
Who are you? And what the drock do you want? Well, let's be quick about it, kid. I don't have the whole damn day.
I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Heard you can help with certain things.
So you want a favor from me, Mr. Reed? And what would that be?
I want to smuggle a man out of the city.
So a lot of people want to leave Oakmont, kid. Few ever succeed. It won't be easy. And, like everything in life that's worthwhile, it won't be cheap.
So, what's it gonna cost me?
Normally, I wouldn't do drock for a newcomer. But you're doing business with that old ape of a Throgmorton. I think that's interesting. That tells me you're worth something, kid. Now, I have a job needs doing, but it needs to stay between the two of us.
Guess I have no choice. So, what do I need to do?
First things first. My name's Brutus Carpenter, rightful head of the Carpenter family. Second thing, someone tried to kill me a week ago.
You're not asking me to track them down and kill them, are you?
No, kid. I've got hatchet men if I need them. And I don't want to kill them anyway. I just want to know who was gunning for me and why. Yeah, I know how it sounds. But after I almost died, I realized that being a hard case isn't the only option. I want to try to do things differently.
Okay, first things first.
Alright, color me interested. How did this all happen?
I woke up in the crematorium inside a rolled-up copy. I had this tag on my toe like some cadaver. And I was covered in this weird, rancid slime. I managed to get myself out of there. But what I saw once I got home made me think I had a screw loose.
And what did you see?
Me, kid. Some palooka wearing my face. And walking out my front door like all was well with the world. So I decided to get out and hole up here. gathered a small company, pulled myself together.
What was your last memory before the crematorium?
I can remember clearly a dinner I had a week before the incident. After that, only bits and pieces. I remember writing something in my diary. I don't recall what, except it was important. Those notes could tell us how it all started.
And I suppose that diary is still in your memory.
Exactly, kid. In a strongbox in my room. You have my permission to crack it if it's necessary. I'll write you the address.
Any thoughts on who'd want to do this to you?
Must be someone close to me, so I can't trust anyone. I haven't even contacted my son Graham. Normally I'd get him to solve this. I'm vulnerable now. I can't risk exposing myself. Another good reason to bring in an independent contractor.
So where would I find the city's crematorium?
Of course you don't know. You're a newcomer after all. Here's the address.
Stupid question, but...
You must have tried to do something about this imposter already.
Of course I did, kid. I wouldn't be asking for your help if this was just a walk in the park. My people said they killed that other me. It didn't change a thing. I guess they got the wrong guy.
I got it. It appears you're quite capable of standing without aid. So why the wheelchair?
Does your curiosity always beat out your courtesy? I'll tell you if it makes you happy. I'm old. Some days I feel tired. This wheelchair, unlike many people, has never crossed me. So I know I can count on it if I need to.
Fair enough.
You mentioned your son, Graham. Can you tell me more about him?
Graham? Why would you care? He has nothing to do with this.
You sound pretty sure about that.
Of course. Graham is too honest. And since the end of the war, he turned into a real bleeding heart. It's become a bit of a headache, actually. Of course, we've had our differences, especially about the family business, but he would never hurt a fly, let alone me.
Goodbye.
Okay, Brutus Carpenter. Your testimony seems pretty sound, but still can't rule out your son. So let's have a look. The yellow tag that was on Bruce. The name is listed as Jack White. Carpenter's Manor is in Southern Old Grove, between Century Avenue and Hillside Street. So he escaped. A second chance for Brutus. Seems more logical at this point. Meantime, I'll up my vitality a bit. So I'm going to need to check out a couple of places. Once I can find my way out of here to begin with. Can't hurt to raid the place for supplies though.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
You say that, but I'm planning to get one guy out. So that being said, I'm probably going to have to think about it.
A little blackmail, a little larceny, a worthwhile scrap or two. Just like the old days.
Yeah, top marks for quantity, but so much for quality. Even my gear's in better shape.
Yeah. So Brutus Carpenter, obviously.
Not too long ago.
So Brutus Carpenter obviously has his reasons for wanting to find out who did this. So let's find out where I am. Smuggler's hideout. Okay. From there, we delve into the casebook. Carpenter's Manor, Southern Old Grove, Goldsbridge Road between Century Avenue and Hillside Street. Avenue, Hillside Street, Goldsbridge Road, so it's somewhere about here. That's the start. The other thing I'm going to need to do is find the crematorium. Wayne Road and Phillips Street, Southern Reed Heights. So I have two solid leads. This is going to make things very interesting. I think I will pursue the manor first, then at least I have a motive there, if I can find one. Can't rule out Graham Carpenter as a possible suspect in this yet. So, first things first. Head to Old Grove and check out that. It's amazing how many threads are intertwined like a diorama on this game. And I'm really liking that fact to a point. Especially when you have the sense of intuition that can solve things relatively quickly. So we'll head to the Carpenter Manor first off. Somewhere in here. Looks like Carpenter Manor, this should do. Oh no, it's not Carpenter Manor. Carpenter Manor is somewhere in this road. The Carpenter family offer food and medicine between 9 AM and 5 PM each day, 1 piece per person. So yes, Carpenter Manor. And it's occupied.
Hey you! No loitering. Only workers are permitted on the premises.
You're handing out supplies for free. That seems awfully charitable.
Mr. Carpenter is a pillar of our community, generously donating half of our supplies to the people of Oakmont in their time of need.
I'm looking for work. I heard you might have a job.
Sure. There's a sack of potatoes in the basement of the manor. Go get it. Bring it here, okay?
Got it.
Get a move on there.
Bye.
At least that's a way in. So somebody has a carpenters are working up front, helping the poor, similar to the EOD. So the top level's guarded. I have permission to crack the safe if I need to. So first things first. There's 2 doors into the house. The bar. Grab some stuff. Just because I think this is going to be rather
So, where are the potatoes? So, where are the potatoes?
something about this stinks. I knew something stank about this.
Ah, please, friend. Don't take away my food.
Your food? This is stolen. This sack was meant to go to the hungry.
We are the hungry, mister. Me and my family. I have 5 children to feed and nothing to feed them with. And I will starve to death without it. Have a heart.
Don't worry, I get it. Look, hang on to this sack for now. I'll try to work something out for you, okay?
Oh, thank you, mister. Kay bless you. You're a lifesaver.
Just don't go anywhere. I'll be back soon.
Now that's interesting.
There's a minor issue.
What? What issue?
Oh, the sack was stolen by one of your workers. I tracked him down so he's not going anywhere. I'm trying to decide what to do with it.
Damn thieves. Air take them.
I'm sure your boss would want to know about it, but I can see you're pretty busy. Tell you what, I'll go talk to him for you.
You're right. I'm needed here. Vera, go see Mr. Graham Carpenter and report the incident. He's upstairs.
Perfect. Graham Carpenter, just the man I'm looking for. Hello, boys. You're not planning on using that thing, are you? Because I am in no mood for a firefight.
Yeah, you don't get these for staying in your foxhole.
Dear Graham, I was very glad to receive your last letter, and I appreciate that you're worried about me. I want to thank you once more for saving my life in that battle. I'm sorry about what happened to your face. You could have just left me there dying, but I didn't. I'm forever in your debt, Jones. Ah, and there's Mr. Carpenter.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes, Graham Carpenter. How can I help?
Your workers is a thief. Stole a sack of potatoes.
Oh. I do hope my people haven't taken it into their own hands.
Not yet. Is there a way to solve this peacefully? Guy has a hungry family. That's why he stole.
I won't punish a man for trying to feed his family. Why didn't he simply ask me for more food? Tell him he can keep what he stole. If he needs more, let him come back. It may be that he'll need medicine too. Can you give him this? It's not much, but it'll help.
Okay.
No offense. Why such generosity all of a sudden? And in his distribution of supplies.
I hope to set an example for the other influential families of Oakmont. Together we can make our city a better place. Besides, after the incident with the poisoned fish, people were left with nothing to eat. I had to take action to prevent starvation.
Thank you. I thought Brutus was the head of the Carpenter family. Something changed?
Oh, no, not at all. My father's still in charge. I've simply taken on some of his responsibilities. He's past his prime and needs more rest.
Mask? Why do you wear it?
A war wound. I prefer not to discuss it if you don't mind.
Goodbye.
Graham's motivated to change things. Okay. Let's start. First things first. Head to that bloke who stole stuff, which, if I recall, he's round here. Wrap up this lead.
Me again. You can relax. Everything's been taken care of. The sack is yours.
Bless you, son. My little ones will eat today because of you.
Look, I talked to Carpenter about your situation. He said to come by whenever you've a need. We'll do right by your family.
Really? I didn't know Mr. Carpenter was so generous. That family sure has changed. Thank you again, friend.
You said the Carpenters have changed. What were they like before? Hey, you can shoot straight with me. It's all right. We'll keep it between us.
Worse. A lot worse. Criminals and murderers. Rumors are their boss believes he stuck violent settling women and got away scot-free. Terrible. People call them a grand family. Their word is law in Oakmont, along with the Throckmortons and Blackmores. Tread carefully with me.
Hey, listen. I've got a surprise for you.
A surprise? Okay. What is it?
Carpenter wanted me to give you this.
Kay bless him and his generosity. Please, send him my thanks.
Okay. For a second I thought I was going to go off in his hand. Alright, so not much of a lead on this one. I might have to end up going to the crematorium to find out the next piece of the puzzle. So I'm going to call it at that, and I will have to travel to the cemetery where Brutus was found to see what will happen there next. So we'll head back to the cemetery in Salvation Harbour. Not Salvation Harbour, Reed Heights. So let's check out here. Okay, so the lead at Carpenter Manor didn't bring any luck, so I'm gonna have to check the cemetery or crematorium where Brutus woke up. So it would appear obvious that Graham Carpenter doesn't really wish any ill will on his father as of yet. I'm still not fully convinced, however, so let's head to the crematorium and see what we can dig up there. Oakmont Crematorium. It's the place. So, see if we can get inside. Find what we need to. Okay. Arm myself before I go in. Take a look around. See if the morgue can yield any results. Hello. Crematorium registry. Last person on duty, James Warren. Jack White to be cremated urgently. James Warren on sick leave since last week. So somebody wanted him cremated quickly. So I need to find James Warren. Except he's sick. So that means one of two things. James Warren was actually working for someone else to try and dispose of Brutus Carpenter. Or... wait a minute. Jones. So it's not nothing to do with Graham. Well, Graham Carpenter has several decent alibis, but I'm gonna have to... oh, what's this? I locked up and left early today. The keys are on the table. P.S. I heard wild beasts in the cemetery. Be careful.
The door won't budge.
And find keys. Crematorium keys. Awesome. So Let's take a quick gander down here.
What a stench.
That's the same fluid that Brutus Carpenter was covered in. Looks like lithium vomit. What is this?
Someone tried to wash the stain out, but it's still slimy. Ugh, it stinks.
Okay, somebody was trying to burn Brutus Carpenter in a hurry.
Ugh, it reeks to high heaven. What is this stuff?
Whatever that stuff is, Brutus Oakmont was covered in it. Well, Brutus Carpenter was covered in it, so it's not embalming fluid. Although I think that corpse was due to be Brutus Oakmont's, or Brutus Carpenter's final resting place, I suspect. Let's check this coffin.
Whoever held this poker has got to be covered in slime. And judging by the dried blood and the dent on the shovel, it was used as a weapon.
So somebody attacked. Somebody quite possibly attacked him.
I need to get out of here before he comes around.
Somebody attacked Graham Carpenter.
What by the angles is going on? Where am I?
Somebody attacked Brutus Carpenter while he was in the crematorium. There'll be another lead upstairs. Ah, here we go.
Ah, another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
Okay.
Ah, another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
I need to get out of here before he comes around. I need to get out of here before he comes around.
Ah, another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
What by the angles is going on? Where am I?
Oh, wait a second. It's Carpenter's escape route. So, first things first.
Ah, another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
What by the angles is going on? Where am I? I need to get out of here before he comes around.
Brutus was brought in by some group related to the crematorium worker. So Brutus woke up, knocked the guy out cold, and escaped.
So that makes things very interesting. So I need to find James Warren. He's suffering from a head injury and requires urgent treatment. So, the next manhunt begins. I need to find and locate James Warren. It should be an easy enough find if I can get out of the cemetery in one piece. So, I'm going to call it at that, and hopefully we'll find James Warren in the next video. So, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, leave a like and hit the subscribe button. The channel's Mickey J. Shanks. Any feedback, as always, is welcomed in the comments below. Even if you liked or didn't like it, that'd be great. And I will see you guys all in the next video when I can hunt down James Warren and unravel the mystery further of the Carpenter family in Oakmont, aka the Sinking City. Laters.